What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here, having an amazing 2020. I'm actually going to include a link just below this. When we began the year 2020, I had 20 tips, 20 lessons that I thought would be useful this year. Watch that video, see how it played out. I frankly don't even remember exactly. I just try to adapt a little bit every year. So right now I'm going to get ahead of the game for once, and I'm going to give you 21 tips for 2021. So rule number one is always, no matter what year it is, cut losses quickly. Do not let a small mistake turn into a potential big disaster. This has protected me on every trade. You know, I trade scared, and that way I'm not so, scared to trade. And I know that might sound crazy, like, what? You've been doing this 2 decades and you're still scared? Yes, I recognize the power of the market. Rule number two, or tip number two, take singles, don't go for home runs. I've made over $750,000 in 2020, 100% donated to charity because I want to show you that, I love donating, but also that I prioritize my students. I'm not optimized for trading. I'm really optimized for teaching. But I have lots of small gains. My average gain over 20 plus years is less than $2,000 per trade. So you don't have to try to find the next Microsoft. You're not going to find the next Microsoft. Recognize that, and you take 1,000, 2,000, or maybe when you're starting, it's even less. That's actually tip number three. Start small, scale up later. It's not just about my own success. I have several students who are making 6, 7, and actually now 8 figures now with Tim Grittani. They all started small. If you go back and look at Tim Grittani's trades before, he has now made 13 million. If you look at his beginning trades, he's making and losing $10, $20, $30. And it's so important to test. I know people are going to make fun of you. Your family will, other people on social media. Take it, accept it. It's good for you to start small, then take bigger positions after you have confidence, after you have experience. Tip number 4, this is an amazing market. That's when you push it. And this is why I want you to start small. Pushing it is not the same for everybody. If you start small, you might push it and just try to make 50 bucks on a trade. That's where you're at in your journey. Don't feel like you have to make $2,000 or $10,000 right away. It's actually better to take small profits and, like I said, scale it. You choose what's right for you. That's actually lesson number 5. Do not try to be like any other trader. Do not follow alerts from any other trader. Learn from every trader who shares all their trades. I share my trades in real time because I want you learning in real time. Why am I buying a stock? Why am I selling it? Why did I cut losses quickly? Why did I just double up on my position? What is my goal? What is my risk level? What catalyst made me get in? What concern made me get out? That's how you learn, okay? You learn from transparent traders. This is tip number 6. Be transparent, show every trade. Wins, losses, wins that are big, losses that are small, it doesn't matter. You learn something from every trade. Tip number 7, every single day you should be learning. It's not just about everyday earning. You have 2 accounts. You have your knowledge account and your brokerage account. You need to grow your knowledge account enough so that it spills over and you can make consistent profits in your trading account. Too many people just want money without the knowledge. Tip number 8, study hard. Study every day, okay? I'm actually going to include a second video. I have 2 words that will help you study, okay? It is so important to have the right mindset. So there's going to be 2 videos underneath this, just so you understand. The first video is with 20 tips for 2020. I think I was right on a lot of them. The second video is 2 words that will really help you maximize your studying, because the better prepared you are, the better your odds of success. Tip number 9, even though it's a hot market, most traders lose. Most traders also lie on social media. So if someone says, oh, look at my month-end profits or my year-end profits, show every trade, because otherwise I just don't believe you. There are so many liars in this industry, it's sad. So I'm very proud to show you all my wins and losses going back 20 plus years. Number 10, experience pays, okay? I did not have the most knowledge in the beginning. I got started back in 99 and 2000. I was fortunate in a bubble market. There were a lot of opportunities, but I still had a lot of big losses because I didn't have my risk management. You will have more success in 2021 and 2022 if you understand that this is a marathon and not a sprint. You will have more comfortability in any trade. You will have more profitability later on. Everybody wants money right away. It doesn't work like that. You have to learn, you have to scale up, and you have to have patience. Tip number 11, patience is so important. You do not have to trade every single day, every single minute, every single hour. Wait for the best setups. If you don't know what the best setups are, guess what? I have over 6,000 video lessons, over 1,000 archived webinars, over a dozen DVDs. We have so many different options for you to learn. Study when there's no great plays. I see some people saying, oh, there's no great plays, today sucks. No, today is a gift, okay? That gives you more time to study. Tip number 12, study on your days off. Study on the weekends, study at night, study whenever you can. I have part-time traders, I have full-time trading students. You just try to get in that time whenever you can. And the more that you study, the better prepared you are, the higher odds of success on your trades. So it's important to study when you can. And that's totally different based on your schedule, based on your life. But again, I can't encourage you enough to really know your stock market history. This is tip number 13. You're playing a game of catch up. Whether you're watching this in 2020 when I'm filming it, or you're watching it in 2021 or 2022, this game has been played for many years, many decades before you. Some of us have decades of experience. You have to play catch up to us. Because those of us with experience, we see setups. I'm like, oh, I remember the setup. Oh, I remember that one. And I'm better prepared than a newbie who's like, I've never seen this. I don't know what's going on. So you have a duty to catch up knowledge-wise, education-wise, and eventually your profits will catch up too. Tip number 14? Tip number 14, I know that you want money right away. I know that people say that I'm a scam, penny stocks are a scam, trading is a scam. You have to understand that this is a process, and it's not a fun process, especially in the beginning as you're learning. So if you have the wrong mindset, if you just want money overnight, some get-rich-quick scheme, that's not what this is. I teach patterns that repeat. And in some markets, like in 2020, we've had a lot of patterns, a lot of good plays. 2019, I made less than 1/6 of what I've already made 3/4 of the way through 2020. So probably by the end of the year, it'll be like 1/8, maybe even 1/10. I don't know how the rest of the year is gonna end up. But not all years are created equal. We'll see what 2021 is gonna bring us. Tip number 15. I don't know what 2021 is going to bring us. I get this question all the time. What's going on with the pandemics? What's going on? How is the election going to play into everything? I don't know. I don't play guessing games. And I want you to really learn to react and not try to predict. Your odds of success will go way up. I know it's not as much fun. Everyone likes guessing and you're like, I called that. Or, oh, I missed that one. And you feel emotion. You have to try to make this not so emotional. This is tip number 16. Learn to be mechanical. Learn to create a process that's rinse and repeat. No adrenaline rushes or very little adrenaline rush. If you have a loss, it's not disappointment. You just are mechanical and you recognize rule number 1 and you cut losses quickly. If you're emotional and you say, oh, I don't want a loss, like it's my birthday week or I've had a tough week, with my boyfriend or girlfriend or pet, so I just want to, feel good and not lose. No, none of that stuff matters for the trade that you're in. You have to stay emotionless or as emotionless as possible because we're all human. What is this, tip number 16? 17. You don't have to be organized completely. It's not an exact science. As you can see, I can't even remember the number of tips. You're trying to take the meat of the move on these plays. If I lose $50, if I lose $70, if I lose $100, I try to minimize my losses. If I have a gain and I try to make 5%, 7%, 10%, it's not like if I'm up 9.9% on a position and my goal is to make 10%, it's not like, oh, I can't sell until it hits 10%. Take the 9.9%. It's fine. Okay, you're trying to take the meat of the move. Do not worry about catching the exact bottom or the exact top of any stock. Tip number 18, right? Number 18, trade volatile stocks. There are tens of thousands of stocks out there. Most of them suck. Most of them don't move very much. I know that like the CEO will make all these promises. Their technology seems amazing. They're almost all gonna fuck up, okay? 90% of traders lose, but almost 95% of small businesses go out of business. So you have to recognize that. Don't believe anybody. This is tip number 19. Expect the worst out of everyone and you won't be disappointed. I know that's a cynical way of looking at things, but it is so important. Wall Street companies, analysts, other traders, brokers, they're all going to let you down eventually to varying degrees. And if you believe in these companies, they will let you down in big ways and it will cost you a lot of money. But if you expect nothing, if you say, oh, you're probably a scam, or oh, you're probably going to screw up, there's usually only upside because you've already, understood that they're probably going to fail and they're probably going to lose money and they're probably going to screw up. So that's actually, there's a silver lining. Tip number 20, recognize that no 1 year matters. I know like you want to think like 2021, this is my year, like you probably have New Year's resolutions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you start trading on January 2nd, 2021. It doesn't matter if you start trading January 15th. It doesn't matter if you start December 15th. The most success you'll have, the most education you'll have will come gradually over time. So start right now. If you're going to say, oh, I'm waiting until this date to start. No. You need to dip your toe into the water right now. I know that a lot of parents just push their kids into the pool and they're like, learn how to swim that way. I think that's kind of cruel. I think I had some childhood accident. I don't like putting my head underwater. I don't know. That's probably not the best way. But if I just dip my toe, then it's not so scary. So recognize that you're probably not going to make that much right away. This is tip number 21, right? Tip number 21 is that you probably will not become a millionaire in 2021. Oh, gasp. Oh, I just crushed your dreams. Deal with it. Be a realist. Tim Grittani might be over $13 million in profits, but he made nothing his first 9 months. So if you're watching this at the end of 2020, if you're watching this in 2021 or 2022, it's usually like the beginning of your journey. You cannot expect to make millions of dollars overnight. If you do, you're probably going to do it the wrong way. You'll probably, use a lot of leverage, or you'll trade crypto, or you'll get lucky, all of which will not end well for you. I'm not trying to make you $1 million. I'm trying to help you create lasting wealth. That takes education first. So please recognize that patience is key at first. Learn how to trade small, learn how to take singles, learn how to scale up over time with bigger size. If you want to become a lasting millionaire, rather than, someone who wins the lotto, like I don't know if you realize there's a lot of people win the lotto and their whole lives get screwed up. You would think that they would do okay, but they're not prepared, they're not mentally fit to make millions of dollars. Same thing with like childhood TV stars or athletes who get too much money too quickly. It's better to earn the money gradually, go through the journey, go through the ups and the downs, learning what not to do. When you have losses, it's not the end of the world. It helps mold you for the future. So instead of thinking about how to make $1 million in 2021, what can you do right now, this week, this month, this year, to put yourself in the best position 2022, 2023, 2025, 2030? If you focus on education, if you listen to the rules that I just gave you, you will start to understand that this really is a journey and it's not just about the end result. The whole journey matters. Learn from your successes, learn from your failures, learn from 2020, learn from 2021. You're always trying to do your best, you're always trying to get better, but you're human, we make mistakes, so cut losses quickly, take singles, learn the game, learn what works best for you, which might be different from some other traders. Recognize that there's different markets, some hot, some cold. You might have to adapt. 1 year you might like going long, another year you might like going short. 1 year you might like trading with a small account while you're learning. 5 years later you might like trading bigger with a bigger account, and that way, you have more experience and know-how. This is all about you. Make the stock market work for you. You do not have to work 9 to 5. You do not have to study 17 hours a day. You can if you want to, but to me, the stock market and trading is all about freedom. So I encourage you to listen to what I'm saying, study the guides that I'm giving you. Click the links below. I'm going to include more links that you can study. I'm just going to include a ton of links. Study up. You cannot over-prepare enough. 90% plus traders lose, it's due to lack of preparation. Don't make that mistake. Leave a comment underneath this video saying, I'm going to make 2021 the best year ever. And that might not just be about money, it might be about education, it might be about freedom, it might be about fitness. But really think about how you can utilize this opportunity of us being alive. And this opportunity of me being able to teach you lessons that I had to learn the hard way over 20 plus years. Let's make 2021 great, but let's make 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2020, 2080 the best years ever.